Imagine this, Andrew Whitworth's pass blocking technique and mixed in with Mike McGlinchey's football awareness when it comes to the run game. That's basically how I view Christian Darrisaw. He is a perfect offensive tackle prospect. He might be the most advanced offensive tackle prospect I've seen on film, especially when it comes to pass blocking. He's basically played every single career snap at left tackle, and truth be told, he probably shouldn't play anywhere else because Darrisaw's ceiling is all pro left tackle. He obviously has great size and great mobility. He's a very fluid football player. But more than that, he plays with great confidence, and that's a very underrated aspect of his game. There's a reason that he's played left tackle for pretty much his whole entire career and really hasn't moved to right tackle or guard that you've seen with some other prospects. Think about this. When he was 19 years old in his very first ever college game, he started for Virginia Tech, and he took on a future first-round pick in Brian Burns. Can I mention that he was a true freshman at that time? That's right. Darrisaw started as a true freshman and has pretty much played in every single one of his career games. And in that game, when Darrisaw took on a top 15 prospect in Brian Burns, Darrisaw held his own. So I want to add some context and really get into the film and analyze exactly what it is with Darrisaw that I think could make him a future all-pro left tackle. I want to get into the type of blocker Darrisaw will be and what teams should expect from the future first round pick. Let's start this video off in the correct manner. Let's jump right into his pass blocking and let's specifically focus in on how he does his different pass blocking sets. As you know, offensive line coaches will focus in on the feet of these offensive linemen, how they're setting when it comes to the vertical set, the jump set, or the 45-degree set is a big deal for offensive line coaches. And of course, with Darrisaw, they'll absolutely love how he moves his feet. Take this first play for example. Darrisaw does a great job getting out of his stance. He's quick, he's fluid, he sets a great base. He establishes the half-man relationship, which basically means that Darrisaw's outside knee needs to be to the crotch of the defensive end. And once that relationship is established, it basically allows Darrisaw to do three different things. First and foremost, it's going to allow him to have a great base, which will translate to Darrisaw being able to punch or strike the defensive end wherever he chooses, and he, of course, will not be off balance. And lastly, and we'll discuss this primarily in the next clip, it's going to allow Darrisaw to counter any defensive end moves. As you're going to see in this clip, this defensive end is going to try to hit Darrisaw with the out in step, and basically Darrisaw is going to catch the defensive end. And this is exactly why Darrisaw is a special talent. He gets it, man. He's going to set up with a 45-degree set as opposed to just getting vertical or jump setting the defensive end. Now, Darrisaw understands the one disadvantage to a 45-degree set, and that is the inside. At the same time, the defensive end also knows how he can possibly beat Darrisaw on Darrisaw's 45-degree set. Again, that's to the inside. But because Darrisaw has established a good base, Darrisaw is able to throw a punch with his right arm, and that's really going to stop that defensive end in his tracks. The power, the strike zone, everything just looks flawless on this rep. And to be able to just hold the defensive end with one hand and give the quarterback the opportunity to throw the ball, this young tackle was special. Look, there are so many different things that Darrisaw does at a super high level. He stays square with his hips, which translates to him having a great base. He's always ready for the different counter moves that defensive ends are trying to do to him. And he also does a great job when it comes to offensive line games. He knows how to pick up the stunts that defensive ends and defensive tackles are always trying to do to him and the guard next to him. He just sees the game at a quicker pace than most college offensive tackles. Now, let's discuss Christian Darrisaw's run blocking abilities, because this is why I think he's going to be a great offensive tackle at the next level. It's literally his best trait. Backside runs, getting to that 3 technique defensive tackle, getting to the 2 technique defensive tackles, climbing to the second level, even getting up there and then blocking those backside safeties. Darrisaw does a great job at every single one of those things. Now we're going to jump into it with this first play. I want to show it to you guys again. Darrisaw does a great job getting to this 2-tech defensive tackle. Most people might think that's normal because Darrisaw does it flawlessly, but that's such a hard reach block to get all the way to his right and get to the inside of that defensive tackle. Had number 61 made the proper block, this is a touchdown solely based off of the way Darrisaw made his block. And this is a trait that I've seen over and over and over again. On the backside, Darrisaw is a great blocker. But there's something to his run blocking, it's just different. He just blocks at a different speed than everybody else. And this play right here is basically the play that I want to show you guys. This is going to be a stretch run to the left, and basically Darrisaw is going to have 3 separate guys that he could block at any given time, and you're going to see that he does a great job going from his first read to his second read and then finally setting with his third read. This is called in-game processing, and this is something that a lot of players don't have. It takes some offensive linemen years to develop, and Christian Darrisaw has it already, and this is why Darrisaw might end up going in the top 12. Because of things like this. It's the little things in his game that really make a big difference. I mean, there is literally not much this young offensive tackle cannot do. I wouldn't make the comparison to Mike McGlinchey in the run blocking unless I really believed in Christian Darrisaw. What I said in the beginning of the video, I stand by that. Now, to wrap this video up and give it the proper ending that it deserves, I want to say a couple of words of Christian Darrisaw. You know, most people will say Penei Sewel or Rashawn Slater are the best offensive tackles in this class. Some will even put Teven Jenkins in there. But I don't know why people are actually sleeping on Christian Darrisaw. Darrisaw is a better run blocker than Penei Sewel. He's just as good as Rashawn Slater when it comes to pass blocking. When it comes to his bend and hips and his feet, he is better than Teven Jenkins. But yet, for some reason, he's being valued as the 4th offensive tackle. When it comes to pro-ready offensive tackles, Christian Darrisaw is going to be a great player in year 1, and he will be a full-time starter as soon as the season starts. I have no doubt in my mind. Christian Darrisaw has Hall of Fame potential, and I hope you guys enjoyed this video. And if you did, make sure to hit that thumbs up button, smash that subscribe button. I'm going to have a ton more content for you guys. Hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I'll see you guys next time with another video.